It is a new month, which means that we get to budget again together, which is like one of my favorite things. I am literally addicted to YNAB, which is You Need a Budget. I'm not affiliated or sponsored by them at all. I literally just found them and I started using their software, and it feels like a really fun game to play every single month. So I will actually link my video from last month because I feel like I took time to explain kind of like what YNAB is, but I don't want to do that every single video because then the videos are just too long, and I wanted to talk about some other things in here. So a couple things I should probably mention is that YNAB is a budgeting software, not an expense tracker. So you are giving every single dollar a job, but you are only using the money that is currently in your account. You're not waiting for the month to be over and then looking at everything and being like, oh darn, like I spent too much in groceries, I'll try and do better next month. You actually are taking your money in this spreadsheet. It's digital envelopes, and your money can be wherever. Like I keep mine in a high yield savings account so that way I can earn interest. Doesn't matter where your money is, but if you link your accounts and you know it imports your transactions and everything, you are moving your money around in the spreadsheet. And so if you buy something, like you need to say that you're taking money out of your grocery fund or whatever. Also, you can't put money in your grocery fund unless you actually have money in your account, to reflect that you have money for groceries. So that kind of makes it different than a lot of others, and that's what I find like makes it so successful in my eyes, because I am building my budget before the month even starts, or like, today's November 1st, so like when the month starts. So I'm gonna go over that with you guys, and we're also gonna look and see like what I spent last month. I can kind of explain, because if you watched my video from last month, you can see kind of what I budgeted for the month, and then you will see actually what I spend for the month. And then I have our paycheck in here. We get paid once a month, and it is a little bit lower this month just because I actually didn't get to pay myself out for any type of Etsy, YouTube, whatever, because I had to buy a bunch of supplies. I bought my LLC for the year. There was a bunch of things going on. I have to pay my taxes quarterly and all that. So we actually are working with less money this month. So the budget is a little bit tighter than normal, but I should be able to make up for a lot of that in the next couple months, because I sell a lot of things on my Etsy shop during Black Friday sales. I also vlog every single day, or almost every day in December. I do Vlogmas, so that usually comes as a big payout in January. And then I also am waiting for a sponsorship that was supposed to have paid me, and they didn't yet. So yeah, that's why a lot of this is less. I also should mention that we pay for our mortgage and our retirement and some other things like before we actually get the paycheck. So you will not see a house mortgage in here because that is already paid before we get paid, but you will see like the garage that we have been building and the payment that we're making on that. I think that might be it, but if it's not, I'll try and pop up things that I forget. I feel like every time I film this, I'm like, oh, I forgot to say this, or I forgot to tell them this. I did get some credit cards this month, which is very exciting because I have been using them to the best ability. YNAB makes it really easy because you're using it just like you would a debit card. And so there's like, there is a way to overspend on it if you're just not paying attention to your budget and not updating your budget, but I'm obsessed with doing that. So I'm using it like a debit card, but I'm reaping all of the benefits and rewards. I ended up getting an Amazon Prime card, so I'm getting 5% from Amazon, and they also gave us a $150 gift card, which was really nice. And then I got the American Express, I think it's Blue Cash Preferred. That usually has an annual fee of $95, but the first month was waived. And then there's also a cash bonus if you hit a certain amount within a certain time. And I got that because you get 6% in groceries up to $6,000 in a year. And then I think it's 3% in gas. So that I've been using for just regular grocery stores and then gas. There also was an offer in there to get Walmart Plus for half price. And so I actually got Walmart Plus last year for half price. I think it was like a Christmas deal. And that's what I've been using this whole year. And I have been saving for the full payment, but I was really hoping to be able to find another half off, and I'm so excited I did. So that'll be renewing in January, and thankfully now I only have to save $49 instead of $98, and that's totally worth it to me. There also was a little bonus in there where you could get 10% cash back if you went to Exxon, and I have been really paying attention to like where I get gas and just trying to save money here and there. And so here where we live, the gas is like $3.29, but when I travel to go to music class once a week for Alice, we actually pass an exit that has gas for $2.99. And then they also have an Exxon there for $2.99. And so I've been filling up there for cheaper, plus getting the 10% cash back from that special offer. I think it goes into December, but you know, while it's here, I'm getting extra money, which is nice. The other bonus that we're using like from the Amex card is for Disney Plus. So we actually were using like my brother's Disney Plus and Hulu, but he lives in a different state and they cracked down on us this month. And so you have to be in the same location. So I ended up having to get our own like Disney Hulu Plus bundle. And I just did like the basic Disney Hulu Plus like with ads, which is normally I think $9.99 a month, but Amex gives you $7.99 back every month as a credit. So we're paying $2.99 for that. So that's really nice. And so that was one of the reasons why I was trying out the Amex Blue Cash Preferred. There might be referral links, I think, in order to like get special rewards and bonuses for me and you. So I'll put links down below. I also have for YNAB, like you can get a free month free. So you can check out all the links down below. I'll have different referral things. You don't have to use them. And I'm not telling people to get credit cards if you don't know how to use a credit card responsibly. Like for years, I have been kind of against credit cards because I knew that it would get certain people in holes. And so I don't want you to think that I'm just preaching for people to get credit cards on this channel. I am preaching for you to use YNAB and for you to make smart decisions. And the smart decision for me was to actually start reaping the benefits of credit cards because we are responsible enough to use them correctly. One of the other credit cards I got was US Bank. I think it's called the Shopper Card. That also has an annual fee, but it was waived for the first year. And so both of these credit cards that have annual fees, I am just trying them out for a year to kind of see like how many rewards do I make? Do I want to pay for the annual fee? Do I want to drop down so that way I don't have to pay for the annual fee? So I'm not saying that I'm gonna be paying for this, but for now it's free. And I'm using that one because you actually get to pick two things, I don't know what they're called, per quarter, I think it is. And so right now I'm using that for 6% cash back for Walmart. And then I didn't really know what to pick for the second one. I think I picked Target, but I already have the Target Circle like debit card, which gives me 5% back. So I don't think I would use this on Target, but I think when it does renew, like the little, like the quarterly stuff, once that renews, I think I'm gonna pick Lowe's because we will be buying a new fridge in the future. And so I think it would be better to get the 6% back from Walmart and from Lowe's. And then I use it for 3% cash back for wholesales, which I use Costco. And then I think it's 1.5% cash back for everything else. And if you don't want to do wholesale, you can actually do the 3% cash back for utilities and bills. You know, it's whatever you think you would make more money on. I also think the Amex one, I think I forgot to mention that it has 3% cash back in streaming services. So you could use that, you know, for your Spotify or you know, whatever else. And so I think I need to change my YouTube TV to that. I've been like really trying to figure out like where I'm getting the best money and deals from. So those are the credit cards that I have gotten and that I have been using. So we're gonna go through here and I guess I'll do my budget for last month. We'll reflect on that first. So let's see. Here in October, it looks like our spending breakdown here. We have our State Farm. It's because 2 payments came out because one payment didn't come out until the 1st, but then the next payment came out on the 31st. But obviously one of those payments was for one of the other months. It just, the way that State Farm charged us was like that. And our State Farm is expensive because it's actually a lot of different things in one thing. It's our home insurance, our auto insurance, which I have been shopping around to see if maybe I could get those cheaper. My parents have USAA, and so I technically have USAA, so I wasn't sure if that was something that I should switch over to in order to save some money there. But then we also have some like savings account things that we did a really long time ago, and I understand that it's not like the best thing to do, but they're locked in, so you know that's what's going on. Then groceries, it looks like we spent $811.69. That's actually a little bit over because for just groceries, I usually like to spend $800. Then for our garage, we have our payment because we're building it. It's almost done. So that was $596. Christmas, like this is, I have been saving for Christmas. So like this reflects just how much we've spent from that actual like digital envelope. And so we actually bought almost all of our Christmas gifts. Alice is done. We are almost done. Health, I had to pay a lot in supplements and my parasite cleanse for November. So that was $329 for all those. This loan is our scam loan. I don't know if you've ever seen that video, but when we bought this house 4 years ago, we got scammed out of our whole $28,000 down payment. We are still paying that off. Then our property tax came due, so that was $213. I spent $211 because I went to go see Post Malone in that month. Gas, I spent $198. Well, we both together. Mobile bill is $172, but it's not anymore. I just switched. I did my research and we switched from T-Mobile to Mint Mobile. And so number one, I actually signed up just for the 3-month trial so that way we could test out the waters and make sure. But then you can actually buy a 12-month plan and you pay for the entire year, like right there. And it's only $15 a month for both of us. So we're gonna be paying $30 a month, but obviously for the whole year, instead of paying $172 a month. So yes, glad that I switched over. Then our electric was $141. I did have to buy my Costco membership this month, so that was $130 because I actually signed up for the executive membership. I have a friend that actually goes with me, and so I feel like I will be making back the membership costs from both of us using the membership in order to get the cash back from it. I hear though that if you don't make back the membership cost, that they will actually refund you the difference and put you back down to the regular membership. So I'm just trying it out to see this year if it's worth it or not. Medical expenses was $129.73. I know that 100 of that was because I had 2 copays going to the dermatologist, and I actually have a lot of medical bills coming up in November, which I'll tell you about. Essentials was for Alice, so that was $125. Oh, well, $100 was actually for 2 and 3 tea clothes that I bought from a friend, and then $25 must have been just for something random that she needed. But yeah, so I actually have all of her 2 tea clothes and a huge chunk of her 3 tea clothes, maybe all of it, for the future, so that's really nice. Lawn care was $120. We pay someone to mow our lawn. Milk was actually $120, but that's because it's $60 every 4 weeks. And so it ended up being where we had to pay the $60 just this past Wednesday, right before the new month was starting. So technically that's gonna be our milk for November. YNAB, I had to pay for the yearly membership, so that was $109. Comcast is $97, that's our internet. Our water bill came due, that was $96. That's like every 2 months. I bought mailman snacks for our mailman cart because I always keep up with that, so that was $75. We did $75 in me and Alice's activities and fun because we went to a pumpkin patch, we went to the aquarium, I think we did a children's museum maybe, I forget. Music class is $75 a month. Reimbursements is actually that I'm being reimbursed for. So I just have a reimbursement tab. So that way, if I know that it's something that I had to like pay for, but I'm getting reimbursed for, I put it in there. And so that reimbursement is actually gonna come in November. I literally had to just get it the other day. YouTube TV is $72.99. Our household goods was $64, which is more than what I usually budget for. Alice's birthday, because I ended up going to thrift stores and finding a bunch of good deals for her birthday, like things that I had on her list that I wanted to get her for her birthday, but thrifted. So I already have like all of her birthday presents ready, and her birthday's not until April. Alcohol was $53, so we actually went over by $3. Haircuts and grooming, I got a wax, so that was $50. Miscellaneous for $40, I forget what that was, probably like supplements or something, because I just forgot about certain things. Home decor was $39. I think I got like a mat for garage for the future. Personal care was $35, because I know I got like shampoo and stuff. The YMCA was $29.40. Dining out, we spent $28.66. Trash pickup, $23. Tithes and offerings, we actually had some cash. I did a little yard sale, and so we actually were paying our tithes and offerings with cash that I made from the yard sale, and I think I'm gonna have another yard sale here in November. The car maintenance was $20, I got an inspection. Hospitality was $20, because I had my cookbook club and I used that money for that. Spotify was $16.99. Now, I did not realize we were paying for Duo, and I signed into Alvin's account. We've literally been using each other's accounts like since we've been married. Somehow, one way or another, we signed up for Duo and no one's been using the other account. But I saw a hack that you can buy a $99 gift card on Amazon or Best Buy, and it's for 12 months. And so the normal price of an individual account is $11.99. So that still saves you like $43. And I canceled our Duo and we're going back to individuals so that way I can buy the $99 gift card. So we're gonna be saving money in the long run. Fun and outings is what me and Alvin do, and that was $16. I forget what we used that for. Holiday shenanigans is $15. It's because I bought like the pumpkins for the front, like the little jack-o'-lantern and stuff for Alice to carve. Garage setup, $14.99. Actually, maybe that's where the mat came from. I can't remember. Clothing was only $7. And then Disney Hulu was $2.99. That shows you like what we actually spent for the month. Obviously, we have saved many things because I save for so many categories, and you're not spending like everything from every single envelope because of all the sinking funds that we have. So we're gonna go into the next month. I actually am gonna show you like how the whole credit cards work, because I'm gonna pay off my credit cards at the end of the month here. And then we're going to get our budget ready for the new month. All right, we are going to fill up our November budget. And so I actually don't have any next month things here holding because I moved all of the money to the top so that way we can budget that money. So here we go, we have our garage. So I think the payment is going to be around $686. It could be different than that, but that's what I think I figured out for this month. And then we have our Lightstream loan, so that. Then for our bills, I'm gonna put in $97.74 because it looks like we still have $2.26 in there, and that gets us to a full 100 because I have the target set as refill up to 100 every month. So you can set it all different ways. The target are gonna tell you like how much you have to put in here. Dominion, we do 180. I'm doing 150 for Mint Mobile because I'm actually getting ready for saving for the whole yearly payment that we think we're gonna do in January. So it's like the end of January, I think. Then State Farm, $576.90. Trash pickup is $23. Water is $60 because I just budget $120 every 2 months. T-Mobile, we are hoping it's $0. But I just canceled it today, which is also like the first day that the bill was supposed to like start. So by the end of the month, I guess we'll see and make sure that like everything's canceled because you never know. Okay, that was our bills. Then we have our flexible spending. So we have just landscaping and garage setup. We have like around $500 or so for each of those. For when the garage is done, we're gonna buy like a tool bench and stuff like that. Clogging, $10 for clogging every month. Clothing, I'm gonna put $30 in for this month. Fun and outings, we're gonna do $35. In the little notes section here, you can actually say, like, for instance, we wanna do this Christmas Village when we go to Pennsylvania, and that's about $26. So I budgeted a little bit extra just in case. For gas, we're gonna do $150. It looks like we have $8.67 left from last month. We do have to drive though to Pennsylvania, so I'm gonna hope that that covers that trip, plus all the monthly stuff, Okay, $40 for haircuts, and then health is just gonna be $20 for anything random, cold medicine or something. Home decor, we're gonna do $25, again, for something random that we might need. Hospitality is probably what I'm gonna use to buy like Thanksgiving food, household goods. $50. I know I'm gonna use up every single penny of that because I need to get toilet paper, I need to get dishwasher pods, I need to get trash bags. $40 for lawn care, starting to save for next summer. Medical expenses, this is what makes me mad. I went to the dermatologist in October. I had to pay 2 co-pays, $50 each, and then I got hit with a $400 bill because of them having to test 3 different spots. And then I also got hit with a dentist bill for $100 because my appointment got scheduled before the 6 months when insurance was gonna cover it. So that is not fun at all. Then we have $50 for just miscellaneous whatever, you know, in case maybe another health bill comes in and I just didn't realize it. Then personal care, $25. I need to get razors. Me and Alvin both need deodorant. Like that's probably gonna be gone. I actually should probably put 30 in there because I have a feeling that, you know, I think razors, like for a big pack that I get, I think it's like 20 some dollars. Then tithes and offerings, it looks like we're gonna put 61.30 in here to make it a straight 80, but I feel like we really need to get better at, you know, giving more tithes and offerings. We're actually gonna become members of our church on November 17th, so that's fun. Okay, alcohol, we're gonna do $50. That seems to be like right kind of the perfect amount for like me getting a couple bottles of my favorite wine and then Alvin getting a case of the beer that he likes. Dining out, I have it to refill up to, so we're putting 46.26 in there. So, you know, to hit exactly $50. Then groceries, we're putting $800 in. Mailman snacks, I'm not putting anything. I actually have enough to last, I think, because I filled up from last month. Then milk and kefir, we're gonna put $60. Nespresso, we're gonna put $25.34 because I have it where I wanna fill up to $76 about every 3 months to get an order. And if we go over in our grocery money, I usually pull from the Nespresso because the Nespresso is kind of like a nice extra thing to spend money on. But obviously we need food for the regular. All right, then we have Alice. I'm gonna put $35 for activities and fun because I think we're gonna go to a children's museum and there might be like one other random thing we do. Babysitting, I'm gonna put $40 just in case me and Alvin would want to like have a date night or something, but I don't have anything like really planned or set in stone, so I might just be able to move that somewhere at the end of the month. Then $40 for essentials. I know in my notes I put that I needed to get her new socks and I wanted to get some like tights for her for under dresses. Then music class, $75 a month for that. And I don't know if we're gonna do that for the whole year, especially if we're saving money for IVF because I want to get pregnant next year, like 2025, I'm gonna start IVF again. So we'll have to see, I might have to move, you know, just some priorities around. $10 for wipes because I'm gonna have to get a new box soon. Okay, then we're at subscriptions. So for Amazon Prime, $15.32. I really don't know how I feel about Amazon Prime. I've actually been hearing a lot of people like cancel it because we don't even get 2-day shipping. Like I feel like it takes like a week for things to get here now. I feel like that would be money to be put somewhere else. Okay, $10.84 for Costco. Let me know what you guys think about Amazon Prime. Like, is it worth it or is it not? We've had it for years, but the price just keeps going up. Okay, Disney Hulu, $2.99. Google Storage, I actually forgot about Google Storage. It's $30 a year, and that's why I'm paying $15 this month and next month because it's coming due in December, and I forgot about it. I also forgot about Marco Polo. I'm actually in like a family plan kind of thing with my friends because we all use it. So it's $23 for the year. But again, I forgot to put it in here, so I have to pay the full $23 this month. $24 for Netflix. Again, we actually use my brother's Netflix. Like we have like a extension to it, so it's technically $8 a month, but we pay him for the full year, and that's coming up here in like December or January, but I only started saving for it a couple months ago. Nintendo Switch, $1, because again we pay that yearly. Orkin, $35.84 because we pay that in the summer. Here is Spotify. I'm going to do $99 because I want to buy that gift card, so it'll be much cheaper the whole rest of the year when I'm saving for it. Okay, Thrive Market, $2.73. Walmart Plus, I only have to do $3.27. Xbox, we actually already have $80 set aside because Alvin was doing the 3-month plan, and we found that if you pay yearly, it's actually a lot cheaper. And so that 3-month plan is coming due anytime soon, and he already switched it to yearly, but I don't know when that is and how much it is. I think it's around the $70 to $80 mark. So once that comes in, I'll know exactly and I can plan accordingly for the future. Then we have the YMCA. We have YNAB, which I'm saving for next year's yearly payment. YouTube TV, $72.99, which I have thought about, like, you know, YouTube TV is kind of expensive. You can have 5 people on it, but we don't have any family that lives close by, so it's not like I can really split it with anyone. But we use YouTube TV all the time, literally all the time. And so like if we had to cut down on something, sure, we could cut down on it and then be sad. But for now, you know, it's gonna stay. Saving money on a lot of other places, you know, where I can. Okay, then we have our holidays. These are sinking funds that I like, you know, saving for throughout the year. So anniversary, it's gonna be our 10-year anniversary in 2025. So I'm saving, I think I'm saving $200 because we might want to like, I probably should save more than that because we want to do like an overnight, no kids hotel, maybe, I don't know, in Washington, D.C. and do something fun. So I probably should up that, but I'll wait to add more because I definitely don't have to add this month. All right, then we do our birthdays, which I save like $150 for birthdays. Well, $150 a year, obviously. So it's like, you know, just a little bit here and there. Okay, then Christmas, we're doing the $138, $33. Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day. Gifts is literally just if we want to buy anybody a gift. And holiday shenanigans is for those things that you forget about. Easter basket goodies, trick-or-treat candy, things like that. Okay, so those are our holidays. Then we have my fun money and Alvin's fun money. I'm just putting $50 this month because I spent a lot last month with going to see Post Malone, and definitely since we're short on money this month, I mean, we'll have more money in the future months, but for this month, I think I'm just gonna go to a movie and a dinner with some friends, and Alvin's also, I think, gonna do dinner with some friends. And so we might actually have some left over. Actually, Alvin has $79 total. Then we have savings. So I save a quarter cow for every year, and I'm actually about to purchase that for my brother here at the end of the month. And then car maintenance, home maintenance, which is where we're probably gonna buy our refrigerator from. Then IVF storage, because we have to pay to keep our embryos frozen. And then property tax, which I just paid, but now I'm saving for next year's property tax. Then real estate tax. I did not have a target on this for some reason, because I think it was like being wonky the day I was just trying to like figure it out. But I know that the bill is coming up in December, and I think it's like $950. And it looks like I already have $686.83 in there. So that's $263.17, but I'm doing a November payment into December. So I need to put 131, let's just say 59. So yeah, and then I'll do like the same amount, you know, whatever's left over for next month. And then once I pay that bill, I'll just reset the target because I like didn't have it set correctly for what I needed it to be. Then vacation, it says we need $250. We actually only have $241.62 left. So we're just gonna put $241.62 because you want all your money to be down to zero. And it says, you know, in order to be fully budgeted, we need $838 more. If you go into December, it actually will, like, it will reconfigure your targets. So like if you can't pay the extra this month to like hit your target, it'll add more money to future months so that way you can hit it in the future. But I do know, like for instance today, I've actually been working on a cupcake order for 48 cupcakes. And so that's gonna be like a Venmo payment. And so I'm just going to immediately put that Venmo payment in here. Like once it comes in, I will put that in here, and that will obviously give me more money to assign. I'm not gonna save it for for next month just because it is the beginning of the month. And I just don't want to like save it for next month when I kind of need it this month. So since it's going to be Venmo and then it's going to be in my bank account, I'm going to count it as income for right now. And so I will fill up the rest of my vacation fund. And then also we have our long-term savings, which because we were short on like money this month, then we were not able to put anything in the baby wheeler fund, and that's to pay for IVF. And so we needed to put $783 in there. And then I am saving for a new car. Now the new car isn't gonna be until like, I would say when we're getting ready to have like a third baby maybe. And so that would be 4-ish, but like I would say 3-4 years from now, because even with a second baby, I'm going to fit everybody just in my Prius. And then if we go like on our beach vacation where we have to bring, you know, chairs and a tent and all that stuff, we would probably just rent a van for that trip. But I'm hoping I can get many more years out of my Prius because I absolutely love it. I've had it for 12 years and it's doing just so good. I hit 200,000 miles on it, and it's a very reliable car. Plus I get 50 miles per gallon. Like, everything is great about that car. The only reason that I would get a new car is if my car broke, or if we literally cannot fit in the car. We would not be able to fit in the car with 3 kids because I wouldn't be able to fit 3 car seats in the back. So my plan is to start saving money now, so that way we have like a good amount of money saved for when we would need to buy a car. And I'm probably gonna get the Toyota Sienna because I really want a hybrid again. I love my hybrid, I love my Toyota, and I really want a minivan because I want to have, you know, lots of kids in the future. Obviously, we would need $634 to put in there this month. That's because on this target, I put that we would need like $40,000 by January of 2030. That is literally just a rough estimate. And it's just because I wanted to have a specific, you know, number that I could see every month that's like, hey, you should put this much in here if you want to get a car. You can actually change the target and just say, I want to have $40,000 by whenever, like literally it will say whenever. So you don't have to put a due date on it, and anytime you have extra money, you can just throw it in there. I actually like to see, because I had it like that last month, I actually like to see the very specific number. So I did put a due date on it, but it's not like hard set number, hard set due date or anything. Down here we have our credit cards and our credit card payments. I actually paid off all of the ones, and so a couple of them actually came in here. As you can see, like that was paid off, and so now there's $20 in there because like these are things that started happening already. So I totally fully paid it off at the end of the month. This one hasn't come in yet, the MasterCard. I just that's actually like a card that we've had, I guess, for a really long time, and it's just connected with our like bank account. So it's one that like Alvin pretty much just uses, but it probably won't be used very much anymore because he would use it for Amazon, and now we have the Amazon Prime card. So my goal is to always pay off my credit cards at the end of the month when I'm doing my budget, because like YNAB will move the money, like, you know, like I said, from your grocery fund down to your credit card. So like the money is sitting there. Like this MasterCard, I have $235 sitting here. Like, I mean, it's not physically sitting there, but you know, it's there to do the payment of that, because that's how much the payment is. And so that money is already ready for that. It's not anything extra I had to do. So yeah, that was my budget for the whole month. I will have links down below for any type of referrals. You know, if you want to try YNAB, if you want to try Mint Mobile, anything like that, you can check it out. Like obviously you don't have to like use my links, but if you're gonna sign up for stuff and you want to like save some money, it helps you out and it helps me out. If you have any questions, definitely let me know down below, because I love answering anyone's questions about budgeting or how I'm saving and those things that I talked about. I also would love any tips from you guys if there's a specific like credit card that you think that I should be utilizing other than what I have, because we don't like fly or really do hotels, so I really focused on like cash back from groceries because we spend a lot of money in groceries, and then also gas. I'm just really obsessed with like budgeting with YNAB. It just makes so much sense to me, and I love hopping in here every single day and putting the transactions where they need to go and just seeing like how much money I have to spend for everything. So yeah, I am loving it. Hopefully if you guys are using it, you're loving it, and just let me know if you have any extra questions. But that's it. That's my budget from October and my new budget for November, and I will see you guys. I wonder if I should make like a separate video, because I am doing Vlogmas in December. I don't know if I'll make a separate video or if I'll just include it in like day 1 of Vlogmas, but either way, you'll see it somehow. But thanks for watching. Bye everyone.